before?
As a matter of fact, I have, yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay, so I've got your lovely laughter on the recording. All right,
Wonderful.
folks, so welcome very much to the Be a Star Leader webinar this morning. It promises to bring great ideas for all of us. Betska will be taking over in a couple of minutes, and this is webinar number 1 of a series of 3 webinars, so I invite you to keep an eye on your inbox. There's a webinar in April, another one in May, and we'll be glad to bring those forward as well. So at this moment, I would like to pass the microphone over to Raleigh. Raleigh is working with In Your Hands in Bulgaria, and Raleigh is here to help us out and also to introduce Betska. So thank you very much. I'll leave it with Raleigh. Raleigh, go ahead.
Thank you, John. This is really a pleasure and an honor to be here and to be a part of this beautiful team. Hello, everyone. My name is Raleigh, and I am very happy to introduce a very special lady, the lady who is going to bring to you a very special methodology so that you could touch and feel and see the magnificent results that these methodologies bring. Betska K-Burr. This is a very special lady for me because I came to know her 2.5 years ago, and my life really changed because I started learning power coaching with Mind-Kinetics, and she is the developer of power coaching of Mind-Kinetics, which include over 80 award-winning methodologies and leadership, coaching and leadership methodologies. Betska is an accredited master coach with really many hours of coaching, and she's a best-selling author, and you could see on the slide some of her books, which I really recommend. And this is God in Coaching, The Key to a Happy Life, Creating Champions, Flying by the Seat of Your Plans, Building a Booming Business, and so on. So Betska is a pioneer in coaching, and she has created innovative coaching practices, and you will be a part of what PCMK really is. So Betska, it is your turn. Thank you for letting me introduce you.
You're welcome. Did you want to say a few words in Bulgarian, Raleigh, or are you okay just with English?
I think I might say a few words in Bulgarian if you please allow me to.
Yes, please. Yes.
Добър вечер на всички. Радвам се, че сме тук заедно. За всички от вас, които може да имат някакъв проблем с английския, ние с Маги сме на среща и ще ви помагаме и ще отговаряме на въпросите ви. С удоволствие бих искала да ви представя Betska K-Burr, която е уникален човек. Ние, нейните ученици, с любов я наричаме Гуру Коуч, защото тя ни повежда към дълбините на нашата душа и ни помага да достигнем до едно много по-високо ниво на осъзнаване, когато работим с нашите и проблеми, и казуси. Betska е акредитиран мастер коуч с много часове практика и всъщност се занимава с коучинг още от 1995 година. Разработила е уникални коучинг и лидерски методологии, над 80 на брой. Днес ще имате възможността да изпробвате една от тези методологии. Също така е и автор на книги, които са станали бестселъри не само в Канада, но и вече по света. И съответно Betska е пионер в областта на коучинга, тъй като е създала абсолютно нова методология. Освен единственото, което мога да ви пожелая, е успех и приятни и полезни 2 часа. Оставям ви в ръцете на Betska. Betska, I'm over.
Thank you. And let me try my Bulgarian, okay? Dobry večer. Does that sound pretty good?
Absolutely.
The reason I can say it so well is because my ancestors come from Ukraine, which is very close to your country. So I speak the language a little bit. So I was kind of listening to a few things that Raleigh was saying. So welcome to all of our folks from Bulgaria, Romania, from Asia, from North America, from Australia, or wherever you're from. Welcome, welcome to our webinar today. And we welcome our business partners in your hands from Bulgaria and Great Cells from India, as well as our CLI training partners in India. I believe Jay Chander is with us, and Shivdasini Amin Singh might be with us, and Manisha Kapoor is also one of our CLI training partners in India. So welcome to all of you. And here is a wonderful scene of John and I. You didn't see a picture of John, so I've thrown one up here. This is the two of us kayaking on our beautiful west coast. We live on Vancouver Island, which is a couple hours to the west of Vancouver City. On this beautiful island, it takes about 12 hours to get from top to bottom, but there are only 750,000 people on this island. So we feel quite separate and isolated from the world in terms of geography, but of course internet, you can go anywhere, right? So we love the west coast, and this is us enjoying the waters off the west coast of east coast of Vancouver Island. So who are we? Well, we've been around since 1991. We are an R&D company, research and development company in human behavior. We are specialists in that. And of course, we train coaches, and we do coaching, executive and life coaching. We train people how to be coaches, executive and life coaches. We love to take our work into corporations, as you're going to see here today. And we're a consulting company. We believed in 1995 that the industry needed a paradigm shift in terms of helping people to transform their behavior. There's a big story behind this, and if you wish, you can read about it in The God in Coaching, The Key to a Happy Life, my latest book, because it's quite something. It's really talking about people, organizations were spending millions and billions of dollars on training and coaching that wasn't working. And CLI decided to step up to the plate and design coaching and leadership methodologies that really give you results. So that's what you're going to be experiencing here today. We want you to experience results, so we've developed the methodologies to help you do that. And we are an ICF approved certification program. So I'm very excited. I deeply respect your time and commitment to be here today. And so I'm going to be sharing some real content for real application in your life and work. I can share with you that what we're presenting is 25 years of focused research in human behavior. So what we're presenting is earth-moving. So I'm trusting that all of you will sit back and really enjoy what we're presenting and get as excited about it as we are. I wish I had known all of this 25 years ago. You know, it's taken 25 years to really bring all of this together. And by the way, it's also exciting because today is the first day of spring, right? See my daffodils? These daffodils come from our garden. We have hundreds and hundreds of them in our garden. And yes, they are blooming already. Middle of March here in Victoria, which on Vancouver Island, which means that spring comes very early here. So it's a good day. Yep, first day of spring, right? Yeah. So here's today's agenda. In this 2-hour webinar, you will learn how to acquire the skills, tools, and training to confidently and courageously be the driver of positive change and growth. How to identify and remove self-defeating thoughts. Hands up, how many of you have self-defeating thoughts? How many of you have negative thoughts in the day? How many of you want to put 2 hands up, right? We all have them. We want to share with you how you can greet and meet each one of those challenges, roadblocks, or problems with ease. We invite you to be here so that you can be on top of your game and shine even brighter as a star leader. If you're here chances are you're already a pretty good leader, right? Because you want to learn and grow. But our job today is to help you shine even brighter. And our job is also to give you the secret to building stronger relationships at work. Very important. Our job is to help you become indispensable in terms of sustaining success in your workplace or in your home. Wow, very important, huh? We're going to give you, actually going to be demonstrating an easy-to-use award-winning coaching tool for the last half of our session here today. And one of you is going to volunteer for me to be your coach right here on the call. Yeah? So how exciting is that? I look forward to that. This is, as John mentioned, this is an international webinar for leaders. Today is the Be a Star Leader. The next one on April 25th is how to highly engage our employees. And you're going to see in a moment how serious employee engagement is around the world. So this is vitally important. And then the last one will be how to be a highly successful strategic thinker. Many folks don't even understand what that word means. You know, what's the difference between planning and strategic planning? And what are the core competencies of being a strategic thinker? Well, make sure you attend on May 9th because it's going to help you elevate to be far more innovative and strategic in your thinking so you can take your organization forward. Feel free to take notes. However, since I'm going to move through the slides quite quickly, I suggest you sit back and relax and absorb what you can. And again, for those of you who speak a different language, if I speak too quickly, we will send you the recording. You will have a PDF of the slides, and Rally is here. Rally and Maggie are here from In Your Hands to answer questions in Bulgarian. Yeah. So by all means, in your chat box where it says type a message here, you can type a message, and we'll be able to answer you. Just in their site, type question in Bulgarian, right? And then Rally will unmute. We're going to give you a free gift today. It is a Be a Star coaching model, which will be sent to you along with an MP3 training on how to use the model. I'm going to demonstrate it, but normally it takes an hour and a half just to teach people how to do the model and then demonstrate it. So I'm going to do a little bit of teaching, but I encourage you to listen to that MP3 training, right? Okay, cool. Thanks. Now, let's look at employee engagement. Here's the link at the top when you get your slides if you want to take a look at that. Let's take a look at Central and Eastern Europe. Employee engagement is 11%. 63% of employees are not engaged, and 26% are actively disengaged, okay? Central and Eastern Europe. Now, how many of you in Central and Eastern Europe are a leader who is also, you feel you are either not engaged or actively disengaged because your employer is not creating the environment that you need in which to thrive and grow? I can't see you, so I'm assuming some of you have put your hands up. Let's take a look at South Asia. Yeah, 10%, 61% are not engaged, and 29% are actively disengaged. I had a note here a minute ago. Oh yeah, here it is. India, you actually have 9%, because I know we have quite a few people from India here today. 9% are actively engaged, 60% are not engaged, and 31% are actively disengaged. So imagine what that does for productivity, and imagine how high your productivity costs are in your organization. And specifically, it can be that in government, right, as well as in the corporate world. So this is really critical stuff. In Bulgaria specifically, 12% of employees are engaged in Bulgaria, 68% are disengaged, and 20% are actively disengaged. Oh, my God. Okay, you got those numbers? So, and globally, 13% of employees are engaged, 63% are not engaged, and 24% are actively disengaged. So you can see why we have put this webinar on today on how to be a star leader and how to raise those numbers. So I'm inviting you to commit to yourself. You can commit to John and I and Maggie and Rally if you like. But the commitment should really be to yourself to help all of us raise these engagement numbers. They're pathetic, aren't they? Yeah. Thank you. Now we're going to take a number of polls. There'll be 3 polls throughout the session. And this first one is, what are your major challenges as a leader? The first choice is lost my faith, confidence in self and others, staff engagement, stress, problem solving, other. John, could you put the first poll up on the screen, please? And you're going to be voting for what are your major challenges as a leader? Okay.
There we go. That poll is up on the screen for everybody. All people have to do. And Raleigh, just so you know, I'm answering that question. So far, you tell me how long you want to leave it here. We're getting some great responses. You'll be interested to see how these are shaping up here. Woo! Yeah, people are looking them over, still deciding which one's going to apply. And it looks like we're just about coming to an end. Okay, shall I close it off?
Yeah, please close the poll and tell me what it is.
Okay, here we go. All right, so we ended up, lost my faith or confidence in self and others, 38%.
Ooh.
Staff engagement, 32%. Stress, 12%. Problem solving, 6%. And other, 12%.
What in the other category do I need to know, John?
Nothing.
They stipulate?
No, this.
Oh, nothing.
Not on this type of poll.
Okay, great. Thank you. So, did you hear that? You know, of all the people in attendance, it's a large group here today. 38% have lost faith, confidence in themselves or others. 32% staff engagement, and the rest are much less. Well, the good news is I'm really happy to see that stress is not as big a challenge for you as it is for others. Thank God, right? We want you all to live long. Okay, thank you. Awesome. All right. Now, I'm going to invite you to imagine that this faith and confidence and staff engagement issues that you have, or stress, problem solving, or anything in that other category, I want you to imagine that you're turning them all around and experience great results in return on your effort. Imagine that you are on top of your game in life, and so are others around you. Imagine that employee engagement, satisfaction, and success is amplified, that you now have your confidence and your faith back. Relationships work in tandem now for both harmony and productivity. Your innovative ideas find solid ground. You have the skills and tools to greet and meet every challenge, roadblock, and problem. And you're now a confident driver of positive change. Yay! For yourself, for your people, and for your organization. And that you are indispensable in terms of sustaining success. Just need to type a little message to John here. Okay, thank you. Yay! Okay, so we're celebrating, right? Imagine all of these negative issues that you've brought forward, you're turning them around. So we're celebrating. I'm celebrating with you. Imagine it's already done, okay? So thank you for joining us today to learn and share life and career-changing ideas and tools. We are presenting today 5 secret insights to get you to where you want to be as the driver of positive change and growth for yourself, your people, and your organization. Let's look at some phenomenal actual ROI from leaders who adopted the 5 secrets, okay? These are real leaders leader number 1 was extremely domineering. I wish I had the time to go into it, but I have to really watch my time here. But this woman was incredibly domineering. She would boss everybody around. She was forceful. She was demanding. In other words, nobody liked her, okay? She didn't know how to listen. So by the time she had accomplished about, let me see, 30 hours of executive coaching, this is with me, she was her domineering just switched from here to here. And she was able to listen. She knew what WAIT meant. Why am I talking, right? That's the acronym, WAIT. And the guy on the right, leader number 2, his D score on the DISC, if you understand the DISC. If you don't, when you come and study with us, you'll learn all about the DISC and its power in terms of identifying behaviors of people. He was a very quiet guy, and he would let people like leader number 1 bully him and control him. But after, again, about 30 hours of coaching, he transformed very much so. He was now a lot more protective of his energy field. He could speak up. He was more self-assured, and he could tell the bully where to go in a nice way. So, and he was definitely more influential. So this is what we want for you. And we can give this to you. In fact, we guarantee we can give similar ROI to you. Of course, every person's different, so your percent change in competency will be different. Everybody can be different, but you will improve in your competencies as a leader with what we are presenting here today. So we invite you to adopt the 5 secrets. So here we are. We're introducing them, the 5 secrets to being the driver of positive change and growth to fulfill what you need and want. Yeah, cool. Okay, secret number 1, activate whole brain thinking. Again, we're going to be sending you the PDF of this. If you want to take some notes, great, but I'm going to be going through the slides quite quickly. I'm speaking quickly because we have a heavy agenda today. But if you want to take notes, by all means do so. Activate whole brain thinking. What does that mean? Well, we want to use our whole brain, left brain and right brain, for the best decision making. We all know, for example, that the left brain is our analytical sequencing brain. It's our IQ, knowledge hemisphere. The right brain is our center for innovation, for solutions, emotions, intuition, connection to spirit, to God, right? Relationships. It's our EQ brain, emotional quotient brain. It's where we get our wisdom from. Now, here's the thing, that in most of our research here at CLI, most of the people primarily use their left hemisphere for decision making and problem solving. That's not going to work. Ask Einstein. It didn't work for him. He had to learn, in order to create the theory of relativity, he had to learn how to use both sides of his brain. So that's what we're going to be simulating for you today when I do a demonstration of the Be a Star leader coaching model. We're going to demonstrate how you can use your whole brain for best decision making. So please stay to the end of the webinar, the end of the 2 hours, so you can experience it. IQ plus EQ equals full power when you look at the bottom. And Stephen Covey, many of you will remember this giant from the 1990s. When a person has access to both the intuitive, creative, and visual right brain and the analytical, logical, verbal left brain, then the whole brain is working. Of course, Stephen Covey Sr. has gone to heaven. However, his people still continue their great work on the planet, and we're very grateful for that. Now, some of you may also know, and I don't want to get into the detail of this, you will learn this as you progress through your work with CLI, your training with CLI, is that sometimes these hemispheres are reversed. Our analytical sequencing skills are in the right hemisphere, and our innovative solutions are in the left. The cells in charge of those are in, we call that transposed hemispheres, but more later on that. Just interesting stuff, yeah? Okay. Leaders are indispensable when they become whole brain thinkers. That's what we're talking about in this secret number 1, right? We call it pentalateral thinking. So in our demo, you're going to see me helping one of you to use your left brain your right brain, your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, where our habits, patterns, and beliefs are stored, positive and negative. The subconscious is very powerful, right? And then you'll see this person use their superconscious mind or their genius for innovative solutions. So imagine each of you doing this easily every day. Einstein did it, Da Vinci did it, Plato did it, Steve Jobs did it, Bill Gates did it, so can you. Everybody can do it. I've taught this to 7-year-old kids, right? 7-year-old children, no problem, right? Okay. So secret number 1, why is it important? Why is whole brain thinking important? Well, how will you benefit? Well, you will think faster, switch more easily between left and right brain. You will solve problems faster, faster access to your intuition or your higher power or your God self, your superconscious, whatever language you use. You will be seen as a stronger leader, a source of inspiration to help others, and you're going to feel awesome inside, more peaceful and content. No matter what's happening in the world, you will have a stronger sense of peace and contentment inside. Everybody wants that, right? Yeah. So that's why activating whole brain thinking is important. Again, you're going to see me demonstrate that. By activating this secret, whole brain thinking, this is how leaders like you are standing out like a star in their field. Very important. Leaders are finally waking up to the importance of whole brain thinking. Let's move to secret number 2, to being the driver of positive change and growth for yourself and for others. It's to have agreement, for you to have an agreement in your conscious and subconscious mind. Well, what does that mean? Well, here in this slide, it says a belief in our conscious mind must be congruent with that same belief in our subconscious mind. They must agree. That's why I've got them shaking hands here. Okay, so I'll give you an example of a salesperson. Okay, so a salesperson has to achieve 500 million, half a million dollars, U.S., Canadian, doesn't matter, $500,000 in sales revenue for the year, and it's double what he or she did last year. So they're going, how am I going to do that? How am I going to double that? In the conscious mind, the salesperson might go to their sales manager and say, oh yeah, I can do it, no problem. Excuse me, I can achieve this $500,000. But when we take them into the subconscious mind, remember the subconscious is unconscious. We don't know what's there. It's hidden, right? That's why it's subconscious. We don't know what's there. So when the Mind-Kinetics coach and trainer takes you into your subconscious mind, we discover that this salesperson doesn't believe that they can achieve $500,000 in sales. Why? They don't have, maybe they don't have faith in their product, or maybe they have a terrible relationship with their boss. Maybe they realize the competition has better product. Maybe the pricing is out of whack. Who knows, right? We don't know. But our job as a Mind-Kinetics coach is to get that salesperson to believe in himself, to believe in his product, to believe in his people, right? So that the beliefs in that subconscious mind, right? The beliefs in the subconscious mind are the same as the beliefs in the conscious mind. Are you all getting that? Yeah? Put your hands up. I can't see you, but I'm sure that this makes sense to you, right? And the reason why it makes sense is because Dr. Bruce Lipton, who wrote The Wisdom of Yourself, said that 95 to 99% of our behaviors are operated by our subconscious mind. And our subconscious is 1,000,000 times more powerful than our conscious mind. It's our programming. What is programmed? I call it the back brain. You know, when I'm coaching children, it's in what's in your back brain that you don't know is there, you know, and it is the most powerful mind that we have, and yet we are so conditioned to only use our conscious mind and to work with our beliefs in our conscious mind. Here's more information on the subconscious. The subconscious processes some 20 million environmental stimuli per second. Wow, that's a lot. But the conscious mind processes 40 environmental stimuli per second in that same second. So it's all done through the third eye, right? The pineal gland is like a camera, just like you can see me on a video cam right now. It's recording me. Your pineal gland is recording everything as well. It tucks it away. That's why you can remember what happened to you at the age of 4 or 7 or 12 or 18 or 24. Yeah? But that subconscious mind is processing 20 million environmental stimuli per second. Everywhere you look, it's recording everything. Isn't that amazing? So who is running the show? Who is running your show as a leader? Well, it's very clear that it is the subconscious. And how is the subconscious going to manage your life, your affairs, your business? Precisely the way you programmed it. And here are some examples of how our programming as a leader could be negative. These are ones that we may not be aware of. So, for example, and some of you may see this, well, you said you lost faith and confidence in yourself and or in your people, in others. So maybe some of your programming at a subconscious level is, I do not have faith in my employees and supervisor to get the work done. Or I don't have great respect for my employee, supervisor, or my customers. Maybe something has really plummeted. Yeah. I lack self-confidence to truly achieve my goals or our goals. I'm not compassionate anymore. Maybe your heart has shut down. Has that ever happened to you? You know, you've been very happy in an organization and then maybe you got fired and someone shut your heart down, or, maybe you weren't able to achieve what you wanted to achieve, your heart shuts down, or maybe you have to get divorced, or a child of yours gets very sick or dies, wow, there are a lot of things that can shut our hearts down. So we have to be very careful that our hearts do not stay shut. We need to open them up again, and Mind-Kinetics will do that for you, I promise. So I do not love myself, could be in your subconscious mind. I lack courage. I lack patience and tolerance. I'm afraid to admit I'm wrong. I want to promote myself instead of working for the success of the organization. This is where ego comes in, right? I cannot forgive myself or others. Maybe you're feeling guilty about things. I lack joy and enthusiasm. I forget to give thanks to myself and others. Yeah, we've got some issues with programming, right? This is how, when we help you, Mind-Kinetics will help you to go into that place that you don't know is there. All these beliefs that you don't know are there, and we're going to help you kick them out. Very powerful when you think about it, because we use the science of Mind-Kinetics that we've developed here at CLI that is very unique in the world. Actually, this face here is kind of funny, isn't he? He's got bubbles. He's got steam coming out of his brain. Oh, my God. I want to change. Help me, help me. That's kind of cute. You got to bring some levity to all of these issues that we have in our lives. And I need you to know that John and I have had, we've been married 28 years in April. And, one of the reasons why we've been married for so long and happily working together is because of Mind-Kinetics. And we've raised a daughter. She's 27 years old, coming up in May. And we have helped thousands of people around the world to change their negative programming into positive. And yes, we can start as early as the age of 5, so we don't believe in such things as PTSD or ADHD or any of those. Sometimes people have to go on medication, but most of the time if they work with a Mind-Kinetics coach, they don't have to. because it's just fears and all that negativity stuck in the subconscious that needs to be kicked out, right? So as I said, absolutely no need to hold on to this negative programming. With CLI's research into how we change our behaviors permanently, we can easily discover our subconscious negative programming and kick it out. Easily discover, okay? Please remember that. Secret number 2 about having the agreement in the conscious and subconscious minds. How will you benefit? Well, you're going to find your blind spots. Oh my God, we have so many of those. These are fears, emotions, walls, roadblocks that are blocking our success as a leader. We need to help you find them and get rid of them so you can be the influential, action-oriented, task and people-oriented leader that you always wanted to be. Get rid of feelings that have been bugging you for years. Understand why you do the things you do. Kick out the negative beliefs. Replace them with the positive. Get a life again, right? Your staff will be engaged. You will regain your faith and confidence in yourself and others. Greatly reduce stress. Although for this group that wasn't too big of an issue, but for the 12%, yes, we're going to help you with that. You will become fearless and become hugely more confident. So, can you see how secret number 2 is important? With this secret, this is how leaders like you are breaking through what has stopped them from achieving their greatest dreams. Breaking through. And all of us deserve to stand out like a star in our field, right? We all deserve to be there. So allow us to help you. Yeah. Now, John, we're getting ready for poll number 2. So far in this webinar, what's your major learning? What is important for your leadership? Is it that the subconscious is running the show? Find blind spots, get rid of them, get rid of negative thoughts. I've been in denial of my own stuff, right, of my own beliefs and so on, and in the other category. So poll open, please, Mr. John, as
It's
I have
up there.
a cup of. Okay, awesome.
I was quick this time.
I'm going to enjoy my hot chocolate while everybody is my
Voting.
cocoa
Okay.
latte. Yeah.
All right. So far, the subconscious is, blind spots and subconscious are neck and neck. Getting rid of negative thoughts is important, followed by I have been in denial. As they say, it's not just a river in Africa. You tell me when you want me to.
Well, when it's slowing down, then.
Okay.
The numbers.
72% of the people have voted.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so.
Shall we close her off?
Yes, please.
Once. Going twice, 74 up to 74, 77. Oh, a few people heard that they were going to be cut off, and I think they jumped in there to vote. And now we're closed. Thank you very much, everybody. Okay, so number 1, the subconscious is running the show, 33%.
Okay.
And in the winning spot with all about finding blind spots and getting rid of them, 36%. Get rid of negative thoughts, 24%. I have been in denial of my stuff, 6%. I was there for years. And other, 0% for other.
Wow, that's awesome, guys. Thank you so much. So blind spots and subconscious are running the show here, John, right? They're the major learning. Cool.
And getting rid of negative thoughts is 24. It's right up there.
Yeah. Still very high. So.
Yeah.
Thank
you. And I really honor everybody who is saying, yeah, I've been in denial of my stuff as well. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Because the key, thank you, John. The key is that we don't know that we're in denial until we go into the subconscious. We don't know what's there. So we're all in denial. That's what I'm saying, right? We don't know. We don't know we're in denial until we work with take our Mind-Kinetics training or work with an executive coach, etc. Okay. Secret number 3 to being the driver of positive change and growth for self and others. Acknowledge and amplify strengths of self and others. So look at your strengths, right? So we have a values chart up here, which is going to be in the PDF that we send you, and I'm going to be working with these in a moment when I do a demo. But you can see that these are all values, leadership values like acceptance, assertiveness, determination, enthusiasm, faith, kindness, justice, ooh, big one. Justice in the workplace is awesome. Gentleness, courage, having courage to speak up, truthfulness, speaking our truth, trusting people. These are all big. So I'm going to invite you to, at the end, once you get the PDF, or even while I have the values chart up on the screen in a few minutes, that you choose what your strength is as a leader and really celebrate it. Really celebrate your top value as a leader. Yeah, take it into the heart and say, yes, I'm good at this. I'm very kind to people every single day. Yeah, I love animals, whatever. So how can you amplify strengths of self and others? Again, you will see these exercises when you get your PDF. And as I said, the chart will be emailed to you, or those of you who have an iPad, you can download from the Apple Store CLI Values Cards. It's a free app. Go and do it and play with it every day. It's so much fun. I love it. My clients love it. Okay. Now, one of the ways that you can amplify your strengths of self and others, which will help you regain your faith and confidence that 38% of you said you don't have, is to do exercise number 2. Think of a value you would like to demonstrate at work. Pick it from that chart or from your iPad that you would like to demonstrate at work or at home, such as respect or faith or courage, and then spend the entire day giving that value to people, to respecting, saying things to your boss that will show that you respect him or her. Even though you don't like them, start with this. It's going to start to break the ice, right? Or show your employees that you have faith in them by thanking them for something, some work that they did. And so you want to spend the whole day doing things that demonstrate that value to others. Okay, so the benefit of secret number 3 to amplify your strengths of self and others is that, again, because 38% of you told me that you'd lost faith and confidence, it will help to raise your self-esteem again, because maybe you had it kicked out. It will help you regain your self-power. It's not the only answer. It's just one of 5 secrets, right? It will remind you to never give your power away again. We often give our power away to people. We let people control us. I think it was Gandhi who said they cannot take away our self-esteem unless we give it to them. So we are in charge of ourselves, right? Letting others control us, to bully us, is not the way it should be, right? And you will remember that people have forgotten their greatness. It's time to remember how great we are. Somehow I'm sensing that this secret is quite emotional for some of you. Am I right? Yeah? Feels just intuitively that this is quite emotional for you. So I really, again, invite you to think of your strengths today. I know in Bulgaria and Eastern Europe, India, it's the end of your day. But first thing tomorrow morning, pick a value that you can give to yourself. Maybe it's love. Maybe you go and have your favorite meal for lunch. Give yourself some love, and then pick a value you can give to someone else and really begin to amplify those strengths. And using values-based leadership, which is what we just call this segment, this is how leaders like you are engaging their staff. Their employees are now also standing out like stars in their field. And here at CLI, we have many methodologies. We have many booklets and everything that you need to, tools that you need to engage your staff. One of them is called Valuable Tool Games for Enlightened Leadership. Very positive work that you can, you know, our development, but you can learn how to use that in your daily work and at home too. Show your kids that you have faith in them. Secret number 4, to being the driver of positive change and growth for yourself and others. This one's important. If some of you have water, I invite each of you to have a drink of water. Drinking water during the day keeps the energy flowing between the left and the right hemispheres and allows us to think more clearly. Yeah, there's a lot to that science, but many people don't drink enough water, so I just thought, okay, let's take a break and drink some water. Actually, I need another one. Okay, so secret number 4 to being the driver of positive change and growth for yourself and others is to lead with both logic and heart. Excuse me. It means to become a balanced leader, someone who is both task-oriented and people-oriented. And we have assessments here, assessment profiles here at CLI that will tell you immediately how task-oriented you are and how people-oriented you are. And then we share with you what behaviors are necessary for you to acquire, behaviors and skills and competencies that you require to become more task-oriented if you aren't very task-oriented, and the behaviors, the skills, and competencies that you need to become more people-oriented. And when you become balanced, life is a lot easier for you. And on these slides, 43, 44, 45, I'm going to bypass them because I put them in here for you to see when you get the PDF. But here we're talking about the major behaviors of task and people-oriented leaders. So you'll see these later. I'm not going to speak to them now. The major competencies of a task-oriented leader and the major competencies of people-oriented leaders. And you can see engaging others is very important, right, for us to listen with our eyes, with our ears, with our heart, and with undivided attention. Nothing is between us, right? We're right in that moment in loving presence with the people who are listening. So you can read all about these later, but these are all part of leading with logic and heart, being both task and people-oriented. And so what's the benefit to you if you are a balanced leader who can be both task and people-oriented? Well, you will know that your decisions are more sound as they are being made with both sides of the brain. As I said earlier, many people make decisions only with that left hemisphere. We need to make decisions with both sides of the brain. The benefit to you is that you can relax and celebrate your capabilities. You are now a balanced leader. People will see and feel your great power. Very little is missing. Yeah, not much missing. They're going to say, wow, you know, this leader is really in control. And you can sleep peacefully at night knowing that you are doing the very best job possible. So by leading with both logic and heart, leaders like you are now excelling. Both leaders and employees are shining stars because A, you've helped yourself to excel, and now you can help others to excel. One phrase I really like that was taught to me by Professor Mukund Prasad from Mumbai, India. He said, the #1 job of leaders is to create more leaders. I don't know if that's his original, but he's the one who taught it to me, so I'm quoting him. The #1 job of a leader is to create more leaders. Well, in order to create more leaders, we need to become shining stars ourselves. Is that correct? Yeah. So we invite you to join us whenever you can, and I'm going to, you know, please stay for the demonstration so you can see what I'm talking about, and then join us in the future. So in just a few minutes, I'm going to be sharing secret number 5 and the Be a Star Leader Coaching Tool, which is our valuable for joining us today. But I need a coaching client. So if one of you can type in the chat box, I'll be coaching you live with everybody listening, right? So who would like to be my coaching client?
And if you chat in the question box, or the chat box if you can, but definitely in the question box, just the first person that volunteers, the first one we see there, will be the one who gets a, oh, that was a quick, I would like to, from Iskra, my apologies, I'm English, not multilingual. Okay, so that's who it would be.
Okay, can you spell the
Yes,
this
I
person's
can.
name?
Yes, I
Okay.
can. Iskra.
Uh-huh. Iskra.
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 Okay. So, and Maria was just a millisecond behind her, but Iskra was first. Thanks, Maria.
Okay.
All the way from Mexico, I believe. Thanks, Maria.
Wow, good for you, Maria. All right. So, Iskra, I'm going to invite you to go and get some water. You're going to need a glass of water. You probably have a paper and pen. So go ahead and do that, and we're going to get ready for me to coach you, okay?
And Beska, you just let me know when you want me to unmute her line, okay? Oh, and Iskra says I'm ready.
Oh, she's ready. Okay.
I'm ready. It's like she came prepared to be the fastest typer, the fastest one to volunteer.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay, great. Okay, so secret number 5. What is secret number 5 to being the driver of positive change and growth for self and others? It's to use Mind-Kinetics coaching and self-coaching daily. It's to self-coach daily as a leader. And we have so many tools that we can share with you that will take anywhere from 2 minutes to 10 minutes. In the Brain Walk, for example, is one of our famous free tools on the internet. And, you know, you can get a solution to a problem in less than 10 minutes. It simulates how Einstein used to think. I mentioned this to a leader recently, and she said, I can't believe that. I said, well, go and try it. See for yourself, right? It's been around. This year, John and I are celebrating the Brain Walk's 20th anniversary. I developed it in 1997. So once you try it, send all your friends to it. Get them to use it. And I believe that Rally may have it translated into Bulgarian. If she has, you can ask her for the Bulgarian version. So why is self-coaching and coaching important? Using Mind-Kinetics, not other coaching methods, but Mind-Kinetics, because it's a science. How are you going to benefit? Well, you're going to discover how brilliant you are. You're going to stream in solutions to challenges and goals, just like Einstein did. You're going to kick out those blind spots. Do you need those old habits or negative thoughts anymore? If you want to hold on to them, go ahead. But I don't think you guys want them anymore. By self-coaching daily, your intuition will be blazing. Teach your children how to self-coach and save everyone's sanity. How many of you have got teenagers? Or you've been through those teenage years, right? Yeah. I started coaching our daughter around 5, 6, 7, but mostly at the age of 7. And it made the world of difference to her in her school life, her personal life. To me, she's a genius today, you know. So teach your children how to be geniuses, how to coach themselves, because there are lots of things they don't want to share with their parents, but they can do the brain walk on their own without sharing with anybody to get their emotions out, get their anger out. This is really important. So when you come and study with us, you're going to learn how to coach others, and you're going to learn how to self-coach. Yes, using everything, all the same methodologies. Now, notice at the bottom that this self-coaching is, and learning how a coaching skill set for leaders is the key to obtaining the other 4 secrets. You must do this. Learn how to do this before you can get secret 1, 2, 3, and 4. You open the doors to those other 4. Very important. So, again, secret number 5, the key to your success. To summarize the 5 secrets, it's important that we understand the power of the subconscious mind. And 33% of you realized how important that was. It is important to engage in discovering our blind spots and identify and eliminate self-defeating thoughts, words, and actions. Again, 36 of you thought that that was really important. Amplify strengths and enthusiastically lead strong with both logic and heart. Really important, especially when we've been kicked down, you know. Wow. And the world's in a tough state right now. We need to be strong together and kick out all that negativity with our positive thoughts. Number 4, become both a task and people-oriented leader, balanced, yeah? Be both task and people-oriented. And then coach and self-coach to connect with our genius for amazing results. Those are the 5 secrets. Now, we want to take another poll. Because of what you've heard here so far, how strong is your commitment to raise your own leadership competencies? How strong is your commitment at this moment to raise your own leadership competencies? 10 would be very high. So if you vote very high, it's 10. High would be 8 or 9. Mediocre, 6 or 7. You have a low commitment, would be 4 or 5. Number 5, I think I'm in denial. So John, open the poll, please. And I'm going to have more cocoa latte.
Poll is open, ready to go.
Thank you.
Open and ready to go. And 31%, 38%. So wonderful. We have a very high attentiveness rating on the webinar today, too. It's excellent.
Wow.
67% have voted, 71%. And very high is winning the day. You know, while the votes are coming in, I just want to share one thought, if I may, and that's it's really important for us to really honor ourselves for all the positive in our subconscious mind as well.
Yeah.
And when we do that, it makes it even easier. I found it made it easier to go in, to get out of denial and to go inside and say, okay, I got a lot of positive there. Now I want to take that opportunity to make more of it positive, to turn over that unconstructive stuff. So, and of course, I had the best coach in the world, so it made it easier to do. And that, of course, was Betska, for all those listening.
Thank you, honey.
Okay. All right, so 78% have voted. And we had a comment also from Andrea Roncourt in Montreal that my commitment is 10. All right.
Awesome. Hi, Andrea. Nice to see you again.
78%. I'll close the poll.
Okay.
No, we just got to 80%, and now I'll close it. Okay. All right. So here are the results. Okay.
Okay.
10 out of 10, 47%. Fantastic.
Okay.
33% said high, 8 or 9 out of 10. Okay. 17% mediocre. 3% were low, and nobody was in denial, and 82% voted.
Very good, very good. So that's pretty
good because
guys.
We're out of life. We don't have any life jackets, so it's good nobody's in denial, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. All right. Onward.
Good.
Thank you. Let me know when it's time to unmute our willing participant, Iskra.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will. Okay. Awesome. So that's just great. I'm thrilled. I'm sure you are thrilled that this question was really for you, not for me or John or anybody else on the call. This is really about you putting your own commitment forward on raising your own leadership competencies. Okay. So in a moment, before our coaching demo, if you have found this information valuable and would like to deepen your learning and strengthen your leadership, I invite you to join John and I and fellow instructors because in just 90 days, you will become outrageously impactful, engage every person at all levels of the organization, and stand out like a star in your field using the 5 secrets. This is what we call the 90-day coaching skill set for leaders training. And here are some start dates for those of you who, all of you, there are only 3% said they had low commitment. So all of you, I'm sure, would be interested in this. Distance learning program starts May the 9th, or by request if there's a group of you from a company or a city that want us to start earlier, let us know. On site here in Victoria, we just finished one on Vancouver Island, September the 12th. But again, if you want to bring a group here, we will open the doors. On site in Delhi, India, May 17th, I'll be flying to Delhi to do a program there. On site in Mumbai, May the 23rd. The contact there is Mehul at graycellsindia.com. They are doing the marketing for this program. And for the above program for on-site in Canada and distance learning, email John. I'm just trying to keep this very simple. And on-site in Bulgaria, July the 3rd. And our wonderful training partner there is in your hands. All of you know, those of you from Bulgaria know this fabulous company. And you can contact Denitska, right? I believe Denitska's on our call, d.petkova@inyourhands.bg. And if you want us to come into your company anytime, provided, we can arrange schedules and so on, we would love to attend your company anywhere in the world. Okay, so contact John at coachingandleadership.com. And just a note, we have early bird discounts, so don't lose out on those. Start looking at these dates right now, okay? Yeah, save some money. And our programming is risk-free, 100%. We guarantee that when you fully participate in all aspects of this program, you will experience permanent positive change with respect to enhancement of your leadership competency, or you will receive your money back. So it's a pretty strong guarantee, isn't it? But it's a science and it works. Okay, it's demo time. And I'm going to invite you to watch the 5 secrets unfold. But remember that after the demo, we'll be emailing you your free gift. We're going to email you the coaching model, today's recording, plus these slides, okay? So, and I'm on the screen, I'm going to put the model up so you can watch it as I'm using it. Now, the Be a Star model is designed to do 5 things. Provide you as a leader with a solid conversational coaching method in which the coachee explores all 5 parts of their brain mind for whole brain thinking, right? This is about employee engagement and for your own. And by the way, you can use this for yourself. Use this model on yourself for self-coaching. You will invite the client to generate their own innovative solutions with little to no mentoring from the coach. You will, facilitate immediate client action, encourage greater focus, hence greater results. And decisions from the coaching are made with both logic and heart, left and right brain, right? Right brain is the heart brain for effective and fair decision making. All right, so I'm going to end the show and I'm going to click this off and I'm going to pull this up. Okay, so, oh, and Tanya Maiteva says, thank you, Betska, you're often. Awesome, that's nice. Thank you, Antonia, I appreciate that. Okay, so here is the model. And as I mentioned, there is, when we send it to you, here is the MP3 of people, of me demonstrating how to do it, including all these rules. I'm not going to go through the rules because we don't have time. I want to give Iskra as much of an opportunity today to, get as much out of the coaching as she can, right? So, but basically, you're going to hear me asking a lot of questions. We're going to be drinking water. I'm going to be writing down her answers. I'm not going to judge her. I'm going to stay neutral. I'm going to ask her to create some SMART goals. And I'm going to be asking her how and what questions. Tell me more, right? Okay. And I'm going to start. And remember, there are support tools all kinds of places. The Brainwalk, as I mentioned, or coachingandleadership.com. You can click on free self-coaching. Tons of tools in there to help you out. All right. So, Iskra, are you ready?
Hi.
Iskra's line is unmuted. Hopefully we have a good connection.
Hi, do you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
There's a bit of background noise and a bit of echo on the line. Maybe, I don't know if there's a way to, I don't know what we could do with the headset, but let's just, I guess, do the best we can do, right? Yeah, we have the feedback. Ooh, heavy feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iskra, do you have a headset?
Yeah, just a second.
Okay. That might help out. Maybe she was not using her headset.
Yeah, just try one more second.
Thank you, Andrea. You're agreeing with Antonia. That's very sweet.
Headsets are so incredibly important with any work like this.
Just a second.
Okay. I can smell the daffodils from here. Smells so good,
Andrea also wants to know when you're coming back to Montreal.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
How is it now?
Hello?
Actually, that sounds better.
Good.
Oh,
yes.
Perfect.
Oh, much better.
That makes it like you're right next door. Okay. Have a great session, and I will mute my line out now. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank
okay, Iskra, let's have a sip of water. Let's drink to our success here.
Cheers.
Cheers. Which country are you from?
Bulgaria.
You are from Bulgaria. Wonderful. And may I ask what you do in Bulgaria? What's your work?
Actually, I quit my work. I was online marketing manager for Australia and a little bit London. But I decided that I want to create something on my own and to be able to travel a lot. So I quit my job last year in August. And since then, I'm trying different things to see what will happen.
Great. So you're exploring what you want to do next for a job, right?
Yes.
Well, maybe you'll become a Mind-Kinetics coach. Wouldn't that be great?
It will be awesome.
Okay, great. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here with us today, Iskra. Now, for everyone following along, I'm going to ask Iskra to, we're going to help her find a goal to work on because I need to coach her using a goal. So Iskra, and by the way, just keep drinking sips of water all the way through. I'm going to invite you to think of a challenge that you have either in your personal or your professional life, and then in one sentence, write it down.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'll ask you to share it with me, but write it down first, what you think is a challenge in either your personal or professional life. And by the way, I'm taking notes, everybody.
I'm done.
Okay, what did you write down?
I can't sell to people.
You can't what? Sell.
Yeah.
I can't sell to people. Okay. Thank you. So now I'm going to invite you in step number 2, right? Step number 2, it says, next, turn this challenge into a positive real goal. So what is your real goal? Because I can't sell to people is a challenge. Now turn it into a positive goal. What would it look like?
to be able to communicate my ideas to people so they like them and follow me. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well done. So what I've written down is to be able to communicate my ideas to people and they follow me.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And when you say follow me, what do you mean by that?
Well, I want to drive a change in Bulgaria because people here are not really positive. So maybe it's kind of a coaching. I'm not really sure, but I want more happy faces in Bulgaria and people to enjoy their lives. And I want to be able to communicate this in the proper way so I can really drive that change.
Okay. Thank you. Awesome. So what I'm highlighting is, so all of you know now what she wants, right? She wants to be able to drive a change in Bulgaria to turn negative thinking into positive thinking, right? Basically. But so now that you've said that, Iskra, what would you say is your real goal? I'm just checking to make sure that it hasn't changed. What would be your real goal?
To help other people be happier and to realize what they have.
Thank you. So to help other people be happier and realize what they have.
Yep.
How complete does that feel for you in terms of being the real goal you want to work on today?
I think that's the goal.
Yeah, yeah. I could feel a shift inside of me because when I asked her more about what does follow me mean, then she gave me all that extra information, right? So now it really feels like her real goal is to help other people be happier and realize what they have. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's what we're going to work on. Yay!
Okay.
We have a goal. All right. So now we're going to go over to the next page. And the Be a Star model, the Be a Star is an acronym. So BE stands for beliefs. The A stands for achieve, action. The S stands for support. The T for treasure. The A for affirm. And R for revitalize. So we're going to be going through just this page of questions and see what we can do for Iskra in terms of finding solutions. So all very exciting, right? Mm-hmm. So my job is to help Iskra explore her real goal. Not to give advice or anything at this point. I'm just asking her questions. At the end, if I have any advice to give, or if she wants me to give advice and I have some, I will give it. Otherwise, with Mind-Kinetics, our job is to help them discover their own solutions, which is what a leader should do, right? Most of the time, we spend our time in the workplace telling people what to do. Well, sometimes our employees need to be coached in order to come up with solutions, right? Help their employees come up with solutions. Yeah, instead of giving, that doesn't help the employee grow. We need to help them find their own solutions. Okay, let's have another sip of water, Iskra.
Okay.
Iskra, what does your name mean in English? Is there a meaning?
Sparkle.
Sparkle?
Yeah.
Wow! I am speaking to Miss Sparkle. Wow. That is so beautiful. Oh, well, your energy field is absolutely delightful. So happy to have you here. Okay, so Iskra, when you think, you're welcome. So when you think about helping other people be happier and realize what they have, what is the number one thing stopping you from achieving your goal? I'm asking question 1A. What's stopping you?
Maybe the belief that I can't sell and that people will think I'm insane and I'm crazy, look at what times we are living. People are dying and stuff like this, and I just see happiness all around, and I'm not sure that I'm able to show them this happiness. I don't know.
Okay. Thank you. So the roadblocks I just wrote down are the belief that I can't sell. You know, that people will think you're insane, crazy, da da da. And then I'm not sure I'm able to see. I'm not able. I'm not sure
them.
I'm to show them this happiness. Thank you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Great. Now, for this model, what's really important is that we ask the client what emotional, intellectual, spiritual, or physical roadblocks are stopping her from achieving her goal. So there are a number of ways to do this. You can just ask it, but she's already given me 2, and I'm going to ask her, now we want to go into her subconscious mind to find out what subconscious roadblocks might be in the way, okay? And
okay.
So on the next page, I've got a set of values. There are 76 of them. And I'm going to use this chart in a moment with you. Those of you, some of you already have CLI values cards. You would use the values cards in this case, which is equally as powerful, even more powerful actually. Get people to pick the values card from their subconscious mind. So the logo is on top, okay? But in this case, Iskra doesn't have the cards, so I'm going to use the values chart without her looking at it. We don't want her to look at it.
Okay.
So Iskra, have another little sip of water. And I'm going to invite you to, we're now going to look for a subconscious roadblock. So choose a number between 1 and 76. What number
17.
comes for? 17?
Yeah.
17, okay. So now we're going to go and look at what is 17. Determination is your subconscious roadblock. Determination. So think about how this is a roadblock for you. Allow it to come up from your subconscious.
Usually I'm pretty determined about everything.
Yes, and how is it a roadblock for you? You picked this from your subconscious, therefore it is a roadblock. So so think about determination. Determination by yourself, determination by others. Of others. How is it a roadblock?
Let me just check in Google Translate what exactly is determination. Should I?
Sure, Rally, can you pop in and tell her what determination is in Bulgarian?
Искра, здравейте.
Здрасти.
Решителност.
Ами да, и аз така си го превеждам, ама не мога да разбера как това ме спира.
Първо си помислете какво означава за вас решителност. Петка, I'm asking her to think what is determination for her.
Good. Okay. And she can answer in Bulgarian if she likes.
Ами да съм решителна е, когато си наумя нещо, че трябва да го направя, да мина през всичко възможно и това нещо, което съм решила да стане по един или друг начин.
She says, искате ли аз да го преведа или ще си го преведете днеска сама?
Ами кажете го ви.
Okay. She says that whenever she thinks of something she wants to do, and she just goes and does it.
Thank you. So, but determination has come up as a roadblock for her, emotional, intellectual, spiritual, or physical roadblock. How is it a roadblock for Iskra? And she can think of her own determination, or she can think of the determination of others.
Maybe it's not about my determination.
Okay. Tell me
Because
more.
really, when I want to do something, 99.9% of the time, I just go and do it.
Okay.
But maybe when I talk to people, I see that at the beginning they are really excited, and with the time, this determination in them is just going low. Maybe this might be something, I don't know.
Okay. Okay. So how you have said that determination is a roadblock, because when you talk to people, they first get excited, but over time their determination goes down. Yes?
Yes, maybe.
And how is that a roadblock for you to achieve your goal to help other people in Bulgaria to be happier and realize what they have? How is that stopping you?
I don't think it's stopping me. This is something that bothers me, but still I'm trying to do what I want. But maybe my subconscious that doesn't believe that it's possible because the low determination in people.
Okay. So what doesn't your subconscious believe?
That with a lot of practice and a lot of nerves, uh, I will achieve my goal, but it will take time.
Ah. Thank you. So we had to work pretty hard to find that subconscious roadblock, right?
Yeah.
And so you said that somewhere you might believe that it's not possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did everybody hear that? We had to dig, but I just kept asking her, tell me more, tell me more. And now it's come down to that, and you can feel the emotion in her voice that, maybe in her subconscious she doesn't believe it's possible to help other people be happier and realize what they have. How complete does that feel for you, Iskra?
How complete?
Yeah, how complete do you feel with our discussion around roadblocks?
Well, I do feel complete.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, you do. Okay, great.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So basically, the roadblocks we've discovered so far is the belief I can't sell. I'm not sure, the second one, I'm not sure I'm able to show them this happiness. And the third one, maybe in my subconscious, I don't believe it's possible. And but then she also said, well, maybe with a lot of work, I will achieve my goal, but it will take time, right? So her subconscious is believing it could take a lot of time, because I didn't write down, I couldn't hear properly, but I think that's what she said.
Yes. I'm trying to push myself, believe that actually I can do it.
Okay, I need to push myself to believe I can do it. Okay. So this is what I mean, folks, about congruency between the conscious and the subconscious, right? You can tell in Iskra's conscious mind, she wants to do this. She's passionate about helping her Bulgarian people be happier. But her subconscious is saying, no, I need to push myself to believe I can do it. So there is resistance. Her conscious mind and subconscious are not in agreement. Everybody following us here? You can see that. There's no congruency between the conscious mind and subconscious mind. And okay, great. So well done. Let's continue. So I'm going to go to 1B. Iskra, what is the #1 belief you need to have about yourself in order to achieve your goal of helping other people be happier and realize what they have? What do you need to believe about yourself?
That I'm crazy enough to be able to drive the change.
Okay. That I am crazy enough to drive change, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you. And what is I'm moving to 1C, what is the #1 belief you need to have about others in order to achieve this goal? Others could be your life partner, your children, could be your the Bulgarian people. You know, what's the #1 belief you need to have about them?
They have the determination to be happy.
Okay.
Do we connect the dots?
Yes. Did you all hear that? She just brought in her subconscious determination values card, right? She said that she wants to believe that they have the determination to be happier. Wow. Well done, Iskra. Bravo. Great job. Okay.
Thank you.
Let's have another little sip. Not big sip because you'll have to go to the washroom.
Okay.
Okay. So you can see how important step #1 was, right? We needed to find her emotional, intellectual, spiritual, and physical roadblocks. What's stopping her from achieving her goal? And intellectual and physical roadblocks are the least important. Let me repeat that. The intellectual and physical roadblocks are the least important. The most important are the emotional and spiritual. So that's why you must take them into the subconscious just the way I did with her. I asked her to pick a number between 1 and 76. I hope you took a note of that because it's not in the notes here, right? Just ask them to pick a number between 1 and 76. And bang, she came up with 17. And we explored it and we got her roadblock. Yes. Now, let's move to step #2, achieve action. So Iskra, you know, with your goal to help other people be happier and realize what they have, what action steps have you already taken to achieve this goal?
I have my own personal blog. I made a Facebook group that's called Good Vibes Only. And I'm trying to gather more people there. And actually the reason I quit my job was you are based in the States, right?
No, we're Canadian, Western, Vancouver Island. Yeah.
Okay,
Western
I
Canada.
don't know. Okay, I'm trying to do a business directory. Yelp is example for this kind of websites. And I'm trying to do it here in Bulgaria because the level of customer service and business I think is not at a good level. I mean, and I want to help people be more organized, more calm, that when they pick a service they will have the quality that they want, and this will make them less nervous, and this will be something that will help them be more happy. I hope so. So those are the 3 things that I'm doing.
Thank you.
To achieve my goal.
Great. Excellent. Thank you so much. Well done. bravo for all of these, for all the listing that you gave to me in terms of the action steps you've already taken. Now, 2B, because you are not achieving your goal as well as you would like, what impact is this having on your life, on your personal life, your professional life? In other words, how is it negatively affecting you that you are not achieving the goal as well as you would like to help other people be happier?
Well, actually slowly, but I see that it's happening. So this is good. Maybe sometimes when I don't get the results I expect, I'm disappointed. And sometimes my subconscious is telling me, you're crazy, this won't happen. When I'm talking to my mother, usually it's disaster.
So the subconscious is saying you're crazy, it won't happen, right?
Yeah.
Especially talking to your mother. Okay, thank you. So 2C, what daring action do you think you could take to move forward to help other people be happier?
I think I'm already doing it, but it's just slowly, because the website that I told you about, I have one designer into front-end and back-end developers, and it's just slowly. I mean, all the work, because it will be a big website, it just take time. And when I quit my job, my launch date for beta version was January, but I had problems with the designer and then the front end. I had to change the people, and everything is with half a year late now. And this is disappointing, but I'm doing my best.
Thank you. Let's move to number 3, support in the Be a Star Leader model. What support do you need right now to help you achieve your goal? And you can think of support from any number of people in the world. What support do you need right now to help you achieve this goal of helping other people be happier?
Well, I need some positive feedback that I can do it. And the fourth idea that I didn't tell you, I wrote email to Richard Branson, and I really hope he'll answer me. But, well, I'm just hoping. So, yeah, it will be great if he can support me somehow.
Awesome. Okay, great. So in terms of support, what you need is positive feedback that you can do it. And you'd also written an email to Richard Branson, and you're hoping he'll respond, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Let's move on to the T in treasure. So when you achieve this goal, Iskra, imagine that you have achieved this goal to help other people be happier and realize what they have. How is your life going to be different? What will you treasure or value about having achieved this goal? What will you value?
I will feel that it was worth living my life because I made something great.
Okay.
I will go to bed happy, I will wake up in the morning happy, and when I go out in the street and I smile to someone, he will smile me back, and it will be awesome.
Thank you. Okay. Now, let's move to step 5, which is affirm. And again, here we use the CLI values cards, the deck of cards if you have it, or pick a value which is a strength of yours. And actually, I'm going to do this exercise intuitively with Iskra. So did you just have some water, Iskra?
Yes.
Yeah. I was the one who didn't. I needed some. Okay. So you're going to, in a moment, I'm going to ask you to pick a number between 1 and 76, and it's going to be a strength of yours now. So Pick a number between 1 and 76.
13.
13. Okay. Let's go over there to find out what number 13 is. And it is courage. Courage. Woohoo. Okay. So number 5A is courage. So tell me, Iskra, how is courage a personal strength of yours?
Well, when my subconscious tell me that something is not possible, I have the courage to not listen to my subconscious and go and do it.
Okay.
And it's not always my subconscious. Most of the time are friends, family, people that are scared that you can fail. And I know that they do it only because they love you. But it's really, this is putting people's potential in a cage, and I don't like it. If you, did I explain it? Okay.
Well, all I really understood was that you have the that you that you have the courage to not listen to your subconscious. You just go and do it. And then I didn't quite understand the family and friends. If you want to explain it in Bulgarian.
Okay. Рали, слушаш ли?
Слушам.
Идеята ми беше, че не винаги е подсъзнанието. Някой път са приятели, родители, които го правят с чистата любов, защото се притесняват да не се провалиш, защото това, нали, на теб може да ти е кофти. Обаче това поставя хората в една клетка и техният потенциал просто спира развитието им по този начин. Та не винаги подсъзнанието ми беше мисълта.
Okay. So what she says is that it is not always the subconscious, but sometimes family, friends who are worried about you, and in this way they're kind of blocking you into your way to success. So they are putting you in a cage.
Okay. Thank you. Got it.
Yes.
Правилно ли го преведах?
Да, мерси.
Окей, добре, успех.
Мерси.
Okay, so what did you just, as coaches, okay, all of you as budding coaches out there, what did you just hear her do? She did two things, right? She said, because she picked courage, and then she said, well, I have the courage to not listen to my subconscious. I just go and do it, right? But then she added a negative. She said, my family and friends are worried, and so they block my success. What is that? It is another roadblock, right? So you're going to write it down as a roadblock. It's not a strength, is it? Yeah?
No.
So, and then she said they kind of put you into a cage. So I'm going to get Iskra to just focus on the positive here, because 5 is affirming our strengths. So I'm just going to ask her one more time. Iskra, how can you use courage to achieve your goal of helping others be happier and realize what they have? How can you use that courage to achieve your goal?
Actually, my previous one wasn't a negative. It was just that I'm not listening to my subconscious or my family and friends.
Oh, thank you. Okay, now I got it.
Positive. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. All right. Did everybody hear that? Courage is everything she said was a positive, because she has the courage to not listen to her negative subconscious, and she's not listening to her friends and family who are trying to block her success. Whew, awesome. Okay. Now, before we do step 6, I want to recap what we've just done. How many of you could feel the energy shift when we first started, right, when we were discussing the roadblocks, right, heavy energy, right? And then as we continued on, she got lighter, 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 especially when we talked about courage, her strength, right? Huge difference. Now, I want to do something, Rally writes, a courageous girl. Yes, absolutely. What I wanted to just share with you very quickly is in 1A, just so you know a little bit about the science of mind kinetics, an emotional roadblock comes from the right hemisphere subconscious. Intellectual roadblock comes from the left hemisphere, logical mind. Spiritual roadblock comes from where? Where does it come from? I'm sure if you were to answer me, it would come from the subconscious, right? Spiritual roadblock comes from the right brain, subconscious. And physical roadblocks are left brain, logical. So just in that very first question, I didn't take her into all 4 of those levels. You could. I just felt she was complete because she'd come up with 3 roadblocks. Believe I can't sell, I'm not sure I'm able to show them happiness, and I don't believe it's possible. Yeah, huge roadblocks, right? We need to kick those all out. So we were able to help her determine by using the values chart what were some subconscious roadblocks that could be getting in the way. Very powerful. And of course, we got the word determination. And as we continued on, you could see how she was tying it all together, right? It was beautiful, beautifully done. And then 1B and C, when we talk about beliefs, these come from the subconscious, okay? 2A, what action steps have you taken? That's logical left brain. What impact is this having on your life? In B, that can be either left brain or right brain, subconscious. What daring action could you take to move forward? That will often take the client into the superconscious. She didn't go there with me today, and I was okay with that. I just let it go. Number 3, what support do you need right now to help you achieve your goal? Sometimes that's left brain answer. Sometimes the answer comes from the right brain. Treasure. When you achieve this goal, how will your life be different? What will you have treasured? And that was a very important question because she said, I will feel it was worth living my life. I will go to bed happy, go to bed peaceful, and when I pass people on the street, they're going to have a smile back on their face. What is that doing? We are attempting to reprogram her subconscious to be positive so that she can achieve her goal, right? Reprogramming that negativity. And actually what we did there was I took her into her superconscious so she could see that. You don't need to know all this. I'm just teaching you this, right? I mean, when you come for the training, you're going to learn more, but I'm just sharing how this very simple Be a Star Leader coaching model is creating a beautiful experience for Iskra. Okay, and then number 5, when we got her to pick her strength value, whoo, what a beautiful value, courage, right? And you could feel her heart lifting. Yes, I am courageous to not listen to my negative subconscious, and I'm not listening to my family or friends. She's blocking them from putting roadblocks in her way. And this is subconscious work. The values are subconscious, of course, connected to the conscious mind, but I got her to go into the subconscious to pick it, right? She could have picked anything, but she chose number 13, which was courage. Awesome. Well done. Okay, now we're going to go to step 10, which is what we call the integration process, revitalize. This helps the coachee develop innovative solutions just like Einstein did. And I'll take a moment to explain it because we have time, that when you could say to the person, and you say it quickly, right? You are the coach. It's like a heart surgeon. You're not going to tell your employee or the person you're coaching exactly what you're doing. No, they don't understand left brain, right brain, conscious, subconscious, superconscious. What do they know about all that, right? And when you come to the training, you're going to learn about cell biology and quantum physics and a bit of neuroscience and, of course, the magical Mind-Kinetics system for coaching. So you just do it. You just say, Iskra, when you think of the number 10, what positive picture comes to mind for you? And in square brackets, you can see that the brain recognizes the number 10 as a number of perfection. for the spiritually bent coachees, because you might have people in your workplace, for example, who are spiritual people, right? When I'm looking forward to my trip in July to visit all of you in Bulgaria. But when I was in Romania, I was amazed. Every Sunday morning, the churches were packed. Oh my God, it was incredible. So there are a lot of spiritual people in your country, and to them, in their subconscious mind, the number 10 means one with God. The number 1, I, and the 0 is God. Interesting, huh? So therefore, by thinking of the number 10, the coachee raises their frequency to a place of perfection where they can stream in a positive picture just like Einstein did, right? This process is called Pythagorean 10. You can go and Google the mathematician, the famous mathematician Pythagoras, and his value of 10. He knew all about it. He knew the magic of what it did for the mind. So for Iskra, I wasn't going to do this one, but I was going to do the one on the bottom, the beautiful pink rose, because, you know, if you got some left brain guys and gals, they like the mathematical piece, right, to get innovative solutions. But I thought, you know, Iskra, who she is, I thought maybe I would do the different substitution innovative process down here. But I'm going to ask Iskra, which one do you want to do? Do you want to do this number 10 exercise, or do you want to think of a beautiful pink rose or pink lotus flower? What would you like?
The number 10, because I already have an answer.
You're quick. Okay, what did you get?
Nature and mountains.
Nature and mountains, thank you. And describe that a bit more to me, please.
It's during the summer.
Yeah.
With a nice country road. It's not actually a road, it's a smaller path maybe. And next to the path there is a I don't know the word. Rally? Most?
Bridge.
Bridge.
Thank you. Yeah, bridge. Yeah, with a small bridge, and there is a river, and a wind maybe in the leaves of the trees.
Wind in the leaves. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
So 1B, Iskra, your superconscious has given you this picture as a solution. So what is it? In a moment, I'm going to ask you how it's a solution, but when you think of this picture, what does it mean to you? What does it represent?
It means happiness and calmness.
Okay. Thank you.
Without any stress, with the belief that when I'm there, everything is possible, everything is okay, and yeah, it just calms me.
It's just what?
Calm. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So how is this picture, this beautiful picture that you just gave me, nature, mountains, it's summer, country path, a small bridge over a river, there's wind in the trees, and it represents happiness and calmness without any stress, and when you're there, everything is possible. So how is that a solution for you to achieve your real goal of to help other people be happier and realize what they have? That's the goal you want to work on today. So how is this a solution?
It's a solution because I want to show people that if they reconnect with the nature, they will feel happier. And I have an idea about how to do it, and this is why I wrote Richard Branson, because I need money for that.
Okay, so you have an idea to do that. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. How else is this picture and what it represents a solution for you?
I think that's the only one. I mean, happiness and calmness.
Okay. So the solution is really you want to take people I want to show people to help them reconnect with nature to be happier. That's
Yeah,
the solution.
yeah, I see that too many people are stressed about so little stuff during the day. The car doesn't work, the elevator is not working, and stuff that are not so meaningful. Um, and if they just stop for a minute and look in their subconscious, let's say, uh, I believe they will feel more happy. Maybe.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I have to try.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right. So 1D, I'm going to ask Iskra, what is one SMART goal you can commit to right now as a result of this Mind-Kinetics coaching session? One action step where you can put a time to it. What is one action step you can take from today?
To Рали, убеждавам.
Момент.
Convince.
Yes.
Convince. Yeah.
To convince my subconscious that I have to trust more people and that actually they are determined to change their life and to feel happy.
And to feel happy, did you say?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. That they are determined to be happy.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Well, thank you for being my coaching client today, Iskra. I really appreciate you being my coachee in front of dozens of people here today. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
So I'll just ask you one final question. What was your greatest learning today from our coaching session? What did you enjoy? What did you really learn? What did you truly get out of our coaching session today?
The connection with the determination.
Aha, okay. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you. Wonderful. Okay, so thank you, Iskra. We'll allow you to sit back and relax while we go to the board because I guess there are people who have questions for us here. So everybody give a hand for Iskra. I know you're silently clapping.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Iskra.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very
Great.
well done. Thank you.
Yes, excellent. Okay, so questions. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just go to this slide here, John. So what we promised you in today's webinar was the 5 secrets to become a confident, indispensable instrument of positive change for yourself, your organization, and clients, and the Be a Star Leader Coaching Model, a fast and effective coaching tool to use immediately for coaching yourself and others. You saw how easy it was, right? You saw me do the demo, and you saw the importance of taking your client into the subconscious mind using CLI values. Because she said at the end, her greatest learning was her connection to determination. Wow, okay? You all with me? That's why we got a wow here with this picture. This is when people make change in their lives, when they can truly connect with that subconscious mind. So she will be changed forever as a result. She's going to be moving more. She will now truly sparkle, right, Miss Sparkle? Now, the top 10 enrollees to any of our program before April the 1st in the Coaching Skill Set for Leaders program, the ones I mentioned in Bulgaria and India and here in Canada, will receive a bonus group power coaching session with me. So wherever you are in the world, we will gather all of you together and we'll do a bonus group power coaching session. And again, remember early bird discounts for the 90-day coaching skill set for leaders. So please contact those people immediately to see what your discounts are. And when you receive the Be a Star and the recording, your homework is to self-coach. Use the Be a Star model to coach yourself first and then coach an employee. or maybe you want to coach a friend first before you coach an employee. I have many leaders around the world I've taught this to, and they use it very successfully with their employees. And the employees are very, very, very grateful to know what's stopping them from moving ahead, right? And then you can bring your questions to the Coaching Skill Set for Leaders program. And I'd love to see you there. I will be in India. I will also be in Bulgaria. And John will be joining us. He'll be doing a lot of the telementoring for the on-site programs. And you're going to get to know what a fabulous man he is. He has a terrific sense of humor. You will enjoy it greatly. And before we turn it over to questions, there's another video here you may want to watch. CLI Mind-Kinetics Coaching for Leadership Excellence. It's about 10 minutes, and it's on YouTube, and you can watch it right there. Okay, questions? Thank you.
Okay, so if I may, we have a question from Andrea. Andrea says, bravo, Iskra, for having the courage to offer to be the coachee for Betska, and she's curious, how did Iskra find the experience of being coached with the Mind-Kinetics approach and tools? A question for you, Iskra.
Should I speak?
Yes, please.
Yeah, okay. It was great. A little stressed because I have no idea how many people were listening. Yeah, but it was great, and to dig in your subconscious to find what is actually blocking you is great.
Good, and remember that this is a simple methodology, right? CLI has developed over 80, okay? 80, over 80 coaching methodologies. We're giving you one of the simplest ones we have because we wanted you to experience it and go and use it. But we have incredible methodologies for all areas of life. Next question or comment.
What was the turning point about changing, this is from Shavdar, what was the turning point about changing a belief or block? Or what does the change? Only becoming aware of it, or did I miss something?
Thank you very much. So let me go back to here. You're absolutely right that the first thing you need to do to change a belief is to acknowledge it, right, that it's there. And she answered me in 1B and C about her beliefs, but the real beliefs really came out when we were talking about determination. She didn't, when she saw that as a huge roadblock for her, that other people are not determined, right? So beliefs are kind of popping up all the way, but how they get anchored into the subconscious is through number 6. I've designed, we have 40 different integration processes, which we call, this is Pythagorean 10, this is Think Pink, we have 38 others, where all of the negative beliefs that Iskra had, we kick them out and we replace them with positive beliefs. How do we know that? Because she got the mountain scene. When you come and study, you're going to learn a lot more about how that works, but I'm just answering your question quite simply. The anchoring of the positive into the subconscious happens in number 6, usually. It started to happen in number 5 when she talked about her courage, but the main set in the subconscious in the positive came from number 6. Okay, thank you.
And so at the actual in-class training, Shavdar, just so you know, that's where you'll start looking at the cellular biology and what's really happening, etc., the whole process. Alrighty, thanks. I don't see any other questions.
Wow.
And we're right at, we're already a minute or two over, and a few people had to sneak out and meet other commitments. Thank you to everybody who is still here with us. Betska, what might be your, one more, just a few words about the cards. Just a few words, but another question snuck in here too. Shavdar said just a few words about the cards, but I don't know if, I guess he just wants you to share a few words about the cards, or how do the cards work?
Oh, how do the cards work? Oh my God. Okay, 76 cards.
In
each,
5 words.
In
No,
5 words.
Otherwise, we're okay.
We're going over, yeah. Quantum physics. Quantum physics is the answer. We know that everything on the planet has energy, is vibrating at a different frequency, right? So each one of these cards has a different frequency. Like peace has a higher frequency than honesty. Love has the highest frequency. All of these 76 have different frequencies. So when you are picking them from the subconscious, you're actually picking the frequency of the word. And then you look at what the word is. So that's how it works. Quantum physics in coaching is very powerful.
Yeah. And again, more on that in the actual training, right? Theodora has a question, and Chavdar says thank you. Theodora, another angel,
Welcome.
Theodora Angelova has a question here. And she's saying, or he's saying, I don't know which, people usually show stronger motivation and determination for change at the beginning of the change process or before it starts. How do you help them sustain it in the process?
It's an excellent question. You need to coach them using this because you need to find out what is stopping them from sustaining their success. Because they're motivated in the beginning and then they drop down. So you need to look at, well, the roadblocks, what's stopping them from going forward, right, continually, and look at their beliefs. Do the coaching. That's what's going to do it. Because otherwise, how can they move forward? They need to know what's stopping them from that steady movement forward to sustain their success.
And may I
get
share
that? Yeah.
Yeah, that came through, it sounds like. And if I may just add on to that a bit, just the whole fact that once that new positive belief is anchored, that carries them through.
Yeah, absolutely. The new positive belief is what is going to drive you now. Remember what we said about the conscious and subconscious need to be congruent. They need to believe. So your person needs to believe in their subconscious that they can keep on going.
Right
Yeah.
on. Cool.
That's how it's happened, yeah.
And Maria Gabriela says, blessings and thanks for your time and love.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And Gina Lemieux. Hi, Gina. Thank you, Betsy and John. A beautiful offering. Lots of love.
Hi, Gina.
Oh, Theodora is also asking how important is the coach's intuition in this process? Another long conversation maybe, but...
Yeah, I'm going to try and shorten it. When you come and learn Mind-Kinetics, you are self-coaching. You're working on yourself all the time to remove your own garbage in your subconscious mind. Once you do that, you become more and more intuitive. That's the short answer. And, you know, so many people think they're intuitive, but they're not really because they have all this garbage, all this negativity sitting in their subconscious mind. We need to get rid of it. And then we have that phone connection to our superconscious or God self, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm.
And it makes your intuition pure, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Theodore says, thank you very much for your answers and patience. Andrea Rancor says, merci beaucoup. Please come back to Montreal. Hugs and kisses.
Okay.
Laura Koku says, thank you, Betska, for a new methodology. Absolutely great.
Hi, Laura.
Juan Nicolcia says, thank you, Betska, John, Raleigh, big hugs, and Maggie. And I think we've wrapped her up.
Okay, well, thank you, everybody. Happy spring again, and I look forward to seeing you on our distance learning coaching skill set for leaders program. See you in Bulgaria. See you in India. And please remember about our next webinar in April, and we'll let you know about that. God bless. Bye for now.
Watch your inbox, folks. We would love doing these with you. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.